We are in New York, and here is Stacy Morgenstern Eagle.
How are you? Welcome to Boy Meets Girl. Come on in. I feel like I'm on like MTV House of Style or Rocks or we're in New York City. You are in my showroom. This is our wall of fame here. That is a lot of our press and fashion shows and events and photo shoots of people that we've worked with along the way. And this, I'm going to take you into the showroom so you can come here. And we have different collections up on the wall right now, collaboration with a company called Smiley on a More Self-Love campaign. We just launched a partnership with the NBA and the Atlanta Hawks, so for Pride, so that's our collection here. We also have an artist series, which is really exciting. It's the first time where I have famous artists and up-and-coming artists working inside the logo. So those just launched on our site, and everything that you see here has a donation back to a cause. So here, this isn't a cause, but it's going back to the artist. With this collection with the NBA, we are donating a percentage back to the National School Climate Center's Bully Bus organization. Our collection that's on our site now goes back also to the National School Climate Bully Bus organization. So since inception, really the brand has been a give back brand, and we work with many organizations in terms of that. So I'll show you, we have the Immigrants Are Us campaign right now that's launched actually last year with the Human Rights Watch. We have a design by an artist named Molly Crabapple who drew this beautiful piece here. And this launched last year in November. We just had a collaboration with Photo Latino and the Women's March Youth and Power for our voting shirts. And says 2 steps. Where are my 2 steps? Yeah. Register and vote. So, we're going to be voting again in 6 months, so get your voting shirts out. So just to give you this is a really fun collaboration with Care Bears that we launched at Colette last year in Paris. And so I do a lot of collaborations and give back and partnerships and artist collaborations and music collaborations and licensing. So you can see here over the years we started branching out into categories. So we're doing hats and backpacks and accessories and notebooks and hats and scarves and underwear and home goods that's going to be launching soon. We have a license in Finland that has launched these that you see here, and then we're working on an American distribution. So that's a very fast take into my history in this room. But maybe let's sit down and we can tell you more about Boy Meets Girl. So the Boy Meets Girl logo, which you see here on our wish wall, I'll make a wish later, came from, I had my first dinner at my boyfriend at the time's house, who's my husband and the father of my child, at his house. And on his wall, he had a boy and a girl and a boy, because he's a brother, silhouettes. And I also had silhouettes of when I was younger with my sister. And I looked at the pictures on his wall. This is like walking in to meet his parents for the first time, and thinking like this time in your life, your first meeting, your first best friend, your first concert, just all these firsts, this youth. And I actually had my silhouette from home in New York. And that night I got it, we took down his and we scanned it and fixed it up in Photoshop. And he was a graphic designer, now he's a lawyer. But he and I played with that logo all that night, and Boy Meets Girl was born. And it's pretty amazing because I remember just like taking the boy away and the girl away and all these things, that I trademarked it and copyrighted it, and he learned all about that because now he's an IP lawyer with his own firm. So that's how it was born. And it really was like, it wasn't our story, it was looking at it as anybody's story. And that is the basis of what Boy Meets Girl is. We share so many, but everybody from all walks of life story through our blog, through our Instagram, through our social media, and work with so many people and share their stories. So it's really beautiful that that was the meeting of us and the brand. And just to give you a little, like, what's been happening in the past few years, globally, we've really grown from, working with Colette in Paris to licensing globally. And I licensed the brand in Finland to a retailer that's like a Target, 66 stores in Finland. And I have become a very big brand within their store against like American brands like Danskin and Adidas, and have been one of the fastest growing brands for them, reaching the youth and sharing messaging. And so they went very strong with a campaign that I do for anti-bullying. They had billboards everywhere, commercials everywhere, and really took the ethos of what the brand is and marketed it in Finland. And so we actually just came back from Finland this past June, where we did the Pride Helsinki March and Pride awareness. And it's the first time the company ever took a stance on that messaging. So we are the first brand in a very big organization ever to have a Pride collection. So it's been pretty amazing that to be the first. And what happened, most recently is my collaboration that just came out in Women's Wear Daily with the Atlanta Hawks, and they came to me, the NBA's Atlanta Hawks came to me to do a Pride collection that will be available in their stores next week, 11/21. And why? Because again, they wanted a brand. It's the first time for them to attach themselves to a brand in a collaboration like this for Pride. And they wanted a brand that had a messaging that they felt aligned with theirs. And so this is my first foray with the NBA, which is really beautiful. Hopefully we'll get to the Bulls and 33 other NBA leagues, so basketball leagues. So this is really exciting. So yeah, so that's like a lot of the things that have been happening. I know there's so many other things I do. In the past 6 months, I launched a podcast called Mom's Got This, which was written about in Forbes. I have a co-host, Michelle Park, about women starting podcasts that you need to listen to. And we have 150,000 downloads. And in 6 months, we have incredible women entrepreneurs. I even have a few people from Latin. And men entrepreneurs like Barinholtz. I had Meredith Weintraub. We just had Joey Bartolomeo. I always screw up her name. Bartolomeo. Sorry, Joey. My co-host can pronounce it. And with that, do we have any other Latin alums? But if you want to be on it, send me an email. But we actually, the list is like people, we can't keep up because there's so many people who are incredible, want to be on it. But it's really about working parents and entrepreneurs who have built things, or are SVPs at companies, or actors, or models, or musicians, and sharing their journey of being a working parent and how they get by, and also tips. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I do that in my sleep, and it's every day. It's every week. So they won't even let me miss like Christmas time. I'm like, oh. So yeah, so that's very exciting, and it's sort of like a therapy for me, because this has been my world for 17 years, and I get to talk to other people in the space of what I do, and share their journey. And let's make a wish for everybody for the future. So Stephanie, you want to do one with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you just write a wish
All
here.
right.
We never really show it.
No. So we'll look at the wish while I.
So this is it, and what you do here is you fold it up and you put it in here, and no one ever reads it. And I was telling Stephanie earlier that this company made Obama's Christmas tree many, many years ago, made out of all wishes, which is really cool. So
Is it scroll? You roll it into a
scroll
scroll.
it for you.
Excellent.
And put it in the wish ball. Where do you want to put it?
Yeah, pick a spot. You pick a spot.
I like to put it inside other wishes.
Yay! Here we go. Thank you so much, Stacy.
Thank you for coming, or thank you for being here.